While the NBA is the epic ball game, but there is a controversial side of the court that deserves to be dished out as some piping hot takes on the most overrated players in the NBA. These ballers may have the spotlight, the endorsements, and the swagger, but do they truly live up to the hype? Let's break it down who's been riding high on reputation rather than raw talent. But before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 8. LeBron James. LeBron James has got the stats, the fame, the rings, but is he truly the basketball demigod some make him out to be? He has racked up an impressive collection of championship rings, no doubt, but he's never done it without another superstar holding his hand. True greatness shines when a player can carry a team on their back without needing a co-star to share the spotlight. Then, there's the matter of defense. While LeBron's defensive prowess was once the stuff of legend, Father Time seems to have taken a toll. As the years have piled on, his defensive capabilities have waned, leaving some to question if he's truly the all-around force he's made out to be.
Craig, down the middle, where's the defense? Where is the defense?
Though LeBron can fill up the stat sheet with the best of them, but critics point out that he's not exactly the most efficient scorer, often needing a high volume of shots to rack up those points. Efficiency matters, especially when you're gunning for the title of GOAT. And let's not forget the rings versus MVPs debate. LeBron might have 4 championships under his belt, but he's got just as many MVP awards. Compare that to Michael Jordan, who boasts 6 of each. Some argue that MVPs are a truer measure of individual greatness, casting a shadow over LeBron's ring-heavy resume. But one thing's for sure, as long as there's a basketball court and a debate to be had, LeBron's name will be right in the thick of it. 7. Anthony Edwards. Despite the hype surrounding him, Anthony Edwards may be one of the most overrated players in the NBA. His shooting efficiency is lackluster, with a career field goal percentage below average for his position. At just 34.3%, his three-point shooting doesn't inspire confidence either. Turnovers plague his game, averaging 3.3 per game, indicating a struggle with decision-making and a tendency to force plays. Defensively, Edwards is a work in progress, showing potential but lacking the metrics to back it up. Team success is also lacking, as the Timberwolves have yet to make the playoffs during his tenure. While still young at 21, there's no guarantee he'll overcome these shortcomings. For now, Edwards remains more of a promising prospect than a proven star, making his current status as a potential offensive force seem overblown. 6. Damian Lillard. Despite his flashy stats and clutch performances, Damian Lillard's status as one of the NBA's elite players is not as clear-cut as it seems. Critics argue that his reputation is inflated, pointing to several key factors that suggest he might be overrated. One major point of contention is the Blazers' lack of deep playoff runs despite Lillard's talent. While he has consistently put up impressive numbers in the regular season, his postseason performances have been inconsistent. For example, in the 2018 playoffs, he struggled with shooting efficiency, raising questions about his ability to perform under pressure on the biggest stage. Moreover, while Lillard has racked up individual accolades, including multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, some argue that these honors are more a product of his marketability and persona rather than his on-court impact. His scoring prowess is undeniable, but critics suggest that his style of play might not always translate to wins, especially in high-stakes playoff games. Another factor to consider is the Blazers' supporting cast, which has often been criticized for not providing enough help for Lillard. While he has been the focal point of the offense, averaging over 24 points per game for his career, the lack of a strong supporting cast has made it difficult for him to lead the Blazers to championship contention. 5. Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton is the name on everyone's lips when discussing up-and-coming NBA point guards. But is he truly deserving of all the hype? Haliburton's got an eye for finding the open man, no doubt about it. But when it comes to creating his own shot, he's not exactly setting the court on fire. Against top-tier defenders, he can struggle to find those openings, which raises questions about his ability to be a true game-changer. Then there's the defensive end. While he's not a total liability, Haliburton's defense leaves something to be desired. His size and wingspan are just average, making it tough for him to lock down those quicker guards. Opponents are keenly aware of this and won't hesitate to exploit it. Haliburton's numbers look impressive, but let's not forget he's been playing on a team that's been stuck in mediocrity. Some argue that his stats might be inflated due to the heavy reliance placed on him by the Pacers. When you dig a little deeper, some numbers start to raise eyebrows. His free throw rate, for example, isn't exactly screaming aggressiveness. And when you look at advanced defensive metrics like defensive box plus or minus, they don't paint the rosiest picture of his impact on that end of the floor. So, is Tyrese Haliburton really the next big thing, or is he just benefiting from being in the right place at the right time? Only time will tell. 4. Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, often hailed for his playoff heroics, is at the heart of a hot debate among NBA enthusiasts. While his postseason performances have sparked admiration, a closer look reveals why some consider him overrated. Critics point to his underwhelming regular season stats, where Murray's numbers, while solid, fall short of all-star caliber. Averaging around 18 points and 4 assists per game, he's yet to establish himself as a consistent top-tier player. One of the key arguments against Murray is his perceived reliance on Nikola Jokic. While he shines as a scoring complement to the Nuggets' big man, doubts linger about his ability to lead as the primary offensive option. His limited sample size due to injuries adds another layer of uncertainty, leaving fans wondering if his flashes of brilliance can be sustained. Despite his young age and potential, Murray's accolades, or lack thereof, also fuel the overrated debate. Not once has he been selected as an all-star, a surprising fact given his reputation. While his playoff performances have been stellar, they raise questions about his ability to replicate such success consistently. In the court of public opinion, Jamal Murray's reputation as an overrated player seems to gain traction when the lights are brightest, leaving some to ponder if the hype surrounding him is truly warranted. 3. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is hailed as a top-tier talent, but some argue he's more sizzle than steak, especially when it matters most. Despite his reputation, the facts paint a different picture. If we begin with the postseason, where legends are made, Embiid's playoff track record is spotty at best, never making it past the second round. While injuries have plagued him, the greats find a way to shine brightest when it counts. His playoff scoring also takes a hit, dropping from a regular season average of 30.3 points per game to 28.8. Defensively, he's a mixed bag. Sure, he can swat shots with the best of them, but his overall impact is questionable. Quick guards can dance around him, and his conditioning can leave him gasping for air. Defensive metrics, like his DRPM, don't exactly sing his praises either. Efficiency is another area of concern. Yes, he can put up points, but at what cost? Embiid's reliance on free throws pads his scoring stats, but his field goal percentage can be hit or miss. In the 2022-23 season, he shot over 20% from the line, but his field goal percentage was just above 48%. Fans have been noted saying his value is not properly discounted for his poor durability, conditioning, and playoff production. 2. Shai GilgeousAlexander. Some NBA circles also say that Shai GilgeousAlexander is overrated. Critics point to Shai's limited playoff success with the Thunder, failing to advance past the first round. They argue that a true superstar should elevate his team further in the postseason. Additionally, while Shai is a remarkable scorer, averaging over 30 points per game in the 2023-24 season, some suggest that his passing and playmaking aren't at an elite level, and he may not make his teammates better. Another point of contention is Shai's three-point shooting. While efficient overall, he isn't considered a lights-out shooter from beyond the arc, which could be seen as a limitation in today's NBA for a player of his caliber. According to fans, he is overrated due to his ranking among NBA players. Despite not having won a playoff series, he is often considered on par with players like Luka Doncic, who has led his team to the conference finals. One of the fans has said, "To me, it's Shai, based on where he is ranked. Dude has been in the league a long time and has never won a playoff series, but I see him regularly ranked as a peer to Luka, who has made the conference finals. He has the type of hyper-efficient offensive game that is essentially like catnip for the average user on this sub." 1. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, the Mavericks' wunderkind, has been hailed as the future of the NBA. However, some arguments suggest that his hype might be outpacing his actual impact on the court. Despite his eye-popping stats, Luka's ability to lead his team deep into the playoffs is under scrutiny. The Mavericks have faltered in the postseason, failing to escape the first round since 2020, casting doubt on Luka's capacity to elevate his team when it matters most. While Luka's scoring prowess is undeniable, his efficiency leaves something to be desired. His shooting percentages in the 2023 season were solid but not exceptional, with a field goal percentage of 45% and a three-point percentage of 35%. Compare this to other elite scorers like Giannis Antetokounmpo, who not only averaged 30 points per game, but did so with a higher shooting percentage, and the disparity becomes clear. Defensively, Luka is often seen as a liability. Opponents frequently target him, exploiting his weaker defense to gain an edge. Despite winning only 2 playoff series and never receiving a first-place MVP vote, Doncic is often touted as the next LeBron James. However, his career 34% three-point shooting and 74% free throw shooting, coupled with his high turnover rate and reliance on having the ball in his hands, raise questions about his true value to his team. Additionally, rumors of being a prima donna and locker room issues add to the skepticism surrounding his status as a top-tier player. Critics from NBA circles have also called him the worst defender in the NBA. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. See you in the next video.